स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे स्वभावचिन्मयानन्द.
This is the technique to give you the intensity. Mahadeva says, consider your essence as light rays rising from center to center, up the vertebra. So the rises livingness in you. Understand the importance of this technique. I have added the same part in our Nitya Dhyan. The technique which I am offering, in that this will be the third part. Third part will be this part. Visualize you, your consciousness, what you think as you, as the light, and move from center to center. You will see the livingness, intensity is raising when you move from center to center, up higher and higher. Your intensity also will be moving higher and higher. You may be thinking how a visualization can move, can lead me to beyond visualization. You can always choose choicelessness. Understand? You can always visualize to go beyond visualization. Suddenly you will see you are using visualization as a jumping board to dive into the superconsciousness. Consider your essence as light, as an intense light, and rise from energy center to energy center, from chakra to chakra, from the base, root chakra to Swadhisthana, Swadhisthana to the navel, Manipuraka, to energy center to energy center. Mahadeva says, and so rises livingness in you. Livingness means radiating the energy which does not create any conflict inside and outside. That is what I mean by the word livingness, intensity. Intensely being inside. I have seen some people intensely creating conflict every moment. Anything you tell, they will be ready to create a conflict. Intensity means which does not create conflict, which is really smoothly flowing, but very strong. We always think if it is flowing smoothly like a river, it will not have intensity. If it is intense like a stone, it will not be flowing freely. No. It is like a flood which is intense and flowing. Intense and flowing. There are some people who are intense but always creating conflict. A small story. One guy escapes from prison after 12 years and reaches the home. The moment wife opened the door, she started shouting, "How dare you come so late? You escaped 24 hours before. Where have you been? You should have come straight back to home." Means ready to create conflict. All she bothered is, I heard the news 24 hours before you escaped. Where have you been in the 24 hours gap? Instead of coming directly back to home. Intense, but only creating conflicts. Livingness means intensity which does not create conflict. Flowing but intense. You will be very intense in whatever you are doing. When you see there is a hill in front of you, when you are clear, you will not bother to take a diversion. Your whole energy will take diversion and your ego will not be hurt. That is why no river needs a navigator to the ocean. If your ego is hurt, you will become a lake and you need a navigator to the ocean. Fortunately, no signboards for any river. Here is ocean. No, but all rivers reaches the ocean. They achieve the goal. When you are intense and ready to flow, you will achieve the goal. That's all. Usually, intensity leads to solid feeling. You may be intense, but you lost the ability to flow. You may be flowing, you lost the intensity. There is a very beautiful word in Sanskrit, Jnana Varishta Bhakti. Ramakrishna uses that word. Jnana Varishta Bhakti means the devotion flowing like a devotee, but intense like a person of knowledge. Knowledge, the intensity, flow, devotion, both should be completely based on each other. Here, Mahadeva is adding us by giving more understanding, adding something to us, by giving more understanding, by giving this great technique. Consider your essence as light rising from center to center up the vertebra, and so rises livingness in you. It's a very powerful technique. It's a Dhyana Sutra which you need to do every day at some part of as a part of your routine. You have to take time, sit, collect yourself, integrate yourself, and do it with strong visualization, step by step. These kind of techniques are good, wonderful, when you really need intensity. One thing with Ananda Sutras is, it will really do a great transformation. But when you go through some physical or chemical changes in the system, sometimes we will lose respect for all the knowledge which we gathered. For all the knowledge which we gathered. So at those points, Dhyana Sutras are the best place to take refuge. To take refuge. There is a beautiful story. One person prayed to God and asked God, you should always be with me. God said, all right, I'll always be with you. Blessed him. So whenever he walks, he always sees one more footprint. Two sets of footprint. One is his, other one is God's. But whenever he is in depression, he sees only one set of footprint. He again asks God, what is this? When I am in depression, you are not following me. I don't see your footprint. God says, fool, when you are in depression, I am carrying you. You are seeing only my footprint. You are not seeing your footprint. So these techniques can be like a carrying energy. You can relax on these techniques when you are really facing some mood swings, some change of energy. They can be so powerful, they will just bring you back to that same intensity and connect you back to that higher intelligence. Let me describe the technique. You should start with the root center, Muladhara Chakra, at the end of the spinal cord. Visualize yourself, whatever you think as you, as a light, intense, energetic light ball. Then slowly come up to the Swadhisthana. Then come up to the Manipuraga. Swadhisthana is the spleen center, just 2 inches above the Muladhara. Then 2 inches above is navel center. Then heart center. Then throat center. Then brow center. Anya Chakra. Then Sahasrara. By the time you come up to to the next centers, your livingness intensity also will come up. You will become very intense. Only after this you can do unclutching or understanding the Ananda Sutras. That is why I arranged the Nitya Dhyan in such a way. First part will be very physical. Sitting in Vajrasan and inhaling and exhaling intensely, chaotically. You will see, you have any digestion problem, it will be completely healed. Your body will be ready. See, physical health means digesting whatever you eat and making that food as part of your body. That is physical health. Mental health means digesting all the ideas and problems which you get and making a clear solution, living without conflict. Spiritual health means receiving all the great teachings and energy which you receive, digesting it and living a liberated life. That's all is the definition of health. If you have the clear digestion, a complete digestion, if your digestion system is working perfectly, that is health. You don't need anything else, I tell you. Nothing else is required. If your digestion system is perfect, you don't even need food, because the system will be so intelligent, it will take the energy directly from the ether. If your digestion system is perfect, you may need very less food or no food. One of my great inspiration, on Naga Baba, a naked saint who lived in Uttarkashi. I had the fortune of living around him for 6 months. I have told many stories about him, especially him converting the copper coin into gold coin. It was very funny story, how he lives and how he lived. Never had a food. I asked him once, at least that 6 months I saw him, I never seen him eating or drinking. I asked him, Master, please teach me the science. He said, your digestion system has to be healed. It has to be cleaned. I said, what do you mean by it? He said, he gave some methods and techniques, like drinking the salt water and vomiting, and he will take a small piece of cloth and swallow the whole cloth, and it will go to the whole, completely to the stomach. And he will just do something through the stomach and take that cloth out. I have seen the smoke which he takes inside, even if the small bits of that powder or tobacco goes inside his nose, he will take that out through that cloth. That will all be stuck in that cloth. It was shocking. Of course, don't try. Don't try. I have seen, he used to have smoke the tobacco, the small particles of piece of tobacco and all will go through the nose or mouth. When he swallows the cloth and takes it out, I have seen those particles on that. I was surprised. He says, if you keep the navel, the digestion system clean, you don't need food separately. It will be so intense and alive. It will take energy directly from ether. I tried. Actually, my intake has reduced drastically after I tried to work with those techniques. This technique will create a healthy, heightened emotional awareness. And the last part, you will be ready for unclutching and rest into the heightened spiritual consciousness, the choiceless awareness. And we end with the connecting and relaxing, resting into the whole cosmic energy. Now, let's enter into this technique, which will raise your awareness and livingness to the peak. Please close your eyes and sit straight. Inhale and exhale as slowly as possible, but as deeply as possible. Visualize yourself as a light in the root center, at the root of the spinal cord. Forget all other parts of your body. Forget everything. Just be the light. Intensely bring your awareness, bring yourself to the Swadhisthana chakra, 2 inches above the root center. Be there, be in Swadhisthana intensely. Forget the other centers, other parts of the body. Just be in Swadhisthana, spleen center. slowly move up to navel center. Now be intensely present in the navel center. Let your livingness be in the navel center. Let you be living in the heart center. Let you move to the throat center. Let you be living intensely now in the throat center. Let the intense energy light ball be in the throat center, which is you. Let your energy move to the brow center, Agnya chakra. Let you be centered on the third eye, Agnya chakra. Let you be living on the Agnya chakra. Slowly but intensely bring yourself up, lift yourself up to the Sahasrara chakra, the crown center. Let you be intensely present in the form of a light, the crown center. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.